A decorated black military officer pulls up to an army base gate, and the guard immediately puts his hand on his weapon, not to protect him, but because he assumed this man was a criminal. Watch what happens next and make sure you follow Axiom USA for more stories like this. Colonel Marcus Webb, a retired Army officer with 23 years of service, a Bronze Star and a Purple Heart, drove to Fort Harrison Army Base in Virginia for a scheduled security inspection, but he was in civilian clothes to test the system. When he presented his credentials, the white guard, Private Dalton, barely glanced at them before accusing Marcus of lying, claiming he stole his Tesla and calling for backup. Within minutes, Sergeant Brennan arrived, hand on his weapon, treating Marcus like a threat instead of a superior officer. "We get people like you all the time," Brennan said, refusing to verify Marcus's credentials in the system. They detained him in a holding room for over an hour, all because they saw a black man in an expensive car and decided he must be a criminal. But then Specialist Torres finally checked the computer system and her face went pale. "Sergeant, his credentials are legitimate. He's a retired colonel, Bronze Star recipient, CEO of a defense contracting firm with top-level DoD clearance, and he's here for an authorized security inspection." The color drained from Brennan's face. When Lieutenant Colonel Matthews arrived and saluted Marcus, calling him Sir, both guards realized they'd just racially profiled and illegally detained a superior officer. Marcus didn't just file a complaint. He exposed the entire incident with video evidence that went viral, leading to court-martial proceedings, mandatory implicit bias training across all military installations, and a complete overhaul of gate security protocols. He used his platform to force the military to confront its systemic racism problem, proving that no matter how many medals you earn or how successful you become, being black in America means constantly having to prove you belong. This is the reality that needs to change, and that's why we share these stories on Axiom USA. Subscribe now because accountability matters, and these voices deserve to be heard.